What's up guys, how's it going? It's been a little while, but I'm back with another video showing you how to develop your own C41 color film. So I'm going to go from everything starting with getting your film in the Patterson Tank and then going through the developer Blix and final rinse, as well as hanging it up and all that good stuff. I did work in a photo lab in my college where we did black and white, so I'm aware of the process, but I've never done C41 and I've never used these chemicals before, so this is going to be a video of my first time basically. So I'll go through everything that you need and then we'll get into it. So to start off with, you're gonna maybe possibly want a Sharpie just to write on your bottles that you get. So I mean, Sharpies are always good to have. You're gonna want gloves because you don't want the chemicals to get on your skin or any of that stuff. So wear a glove. If you want to wear an apron, you can wear an apron as well, but I'm just going to be wearing gloves. You're going to need film because the whole point of this is to develop film. So you're going to need C41. It usually will say on every film what developer it is, so you can't use E6 or black and white. This is going to be, well, you can use black and white if it's C41 chemicals, but most black and whites are not. So just make sure that says C41. Today we're going to be doing my test roll with Fuji 400H. It's a little awkward because I'm wearing a Kodak hat, but it's whatever. I found this in a camera that I haven't used for 3 years, so I finished off the roll and I figured it'd be good to use as my test roll in case anything messes up. It's whatever. Next is optional, but I use it. It's a film retriever. So basically, if you're doing 35 and you don't want to pop the cap off the top, you just get one of these, insert it, and it pulls the lead back off the film. So that's an easy way to get it onto your roll. You're going to want a funnel to pour the chemicals back into their bottles after you're done using them, because it is reusable. I believe up to 25 times, 25 rolls you can use it, so you're going to want a funnel just to not make a mess. Another good thing that is optional, but it's cheap, is these weights and hangers. So basically when you're done, you're going to use one of them to hang on the top, and there's a weighted one you put on the bottom, and it basically just dries your film straight, so there's no creasing or there's no curl to it. It'll straighten out your film for you. We use these in the photo lab, so I think they're like maybe $5, so I just picked these up. Another optional thing is going to be a changing bag. You can get your film into the Patterson Tank in like a dark bathroom or a dark room in general with no windows, but there can't be any light. I like to use a changing bag because you can be in a lit situation and you kind of just use your hands to get the film out, so you're not in like a dark room and you can't see anything. So I got one of these. As you can tell, I have never even opened it, so when I say it's my first time doing this, it's gonna be my first time. Next, you're going to want a Patterson tank or any other tank. We use Patterson, so that's what I'm used to. And inside it comes with, you have the tank. You get the little twirler if you don't want to invert. You have the airtight seal thing. You have the spool holder, and then this one comes with 2 different spools. So they start out like this. You can fit 2 35s, 35mm film in it, or when you extend it, one 120. So I just have one to show you. They do adjust accordingly, so you don't have to buy specific ones. Very important, you're going to need the chemicals. I'm using Cinestill Color Simplified Quart Kit because it really breaks it down, and all you have to do is do 3 things: the developer, the Blix, and the final rinse or final wash. So that's really cool. I believe it was like $30 off Adorama. So you're definitely going to need this because that's what we're using. And then to hold the chemicals, I bought these. They're just datainers. They were like $4 each just to hold the chemicals. I already mixed them because it's a pretty easy process and you probably don't want to watch me doing it. So already mixed in these, so we're good to go. Something else that's optional is this precision cooker. I know it sounds weird because it's a precision cooker, but the chemicals have to be heated optimally can't say that word. Optimally at 102 degrees, and they have to be held at that temperature. So, you know, you can use like a bath water or anything like that, but you're gonna have to be constantly checking the temperature. Where these precision cookers, you kind of put it in the bucket or the bin that you're using, and you set the temperature on there, and they'll keep it a steady temperature. So you can do 102, and your chemicals and the water and everything will be, you know, constant. And that leads us up to the last thing. You're gonna need a bin. So basically, you're gonna have this bin, put the thing in there, fill it with water, and then you're gonna keep the chemicals in there to heat them up. So I'm gonna open this changing bag, and then we'll get right into it. So we got everything in the bag and ready to go, but I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what's gonna happen. So basically you have this spool, and you're gonna have the negatives right here. I'm not a big fan of these spools, but it's what it came with, so I'm just gonna rock with it for right now. You wanna find the side with the beads. There's 2 little beads in there. And you're gonna take the end of the film, of course in complete darkness, and you're going to find the edge and slide it in over top of those beads. You're gonna keep on sliding until you know that they're over top. And then all you do is basically just start twisting, and the film will start to roll on, like so. And then you're done. So you just do that for the whole roll, and then you are set. Knowing me, since I hate these rolls, it's probably gonna take me a little while, but you know, whatever. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why are you standing right there? Well, I know what's happening. It's not working. We'll see what happens. So we got the roll in here, but like I said, it was giving me a hard time. I've never had that happen. Towards the end of the roll, it just would stop feeding onto the reel, and when I tried to put it on the opposite side, it wouldn't feed at all. So there must be something wrong with the sprocket holes. Anyway, I made it work. It's just a test roll, like I said. But I'm also an idiot because I filled up this bucket and I didn't realize there were holes here, and it all came overflowing out of the holes. That's why there's a towel here now. But we are filled up. We have our chemicals in here, and we have this thing set to 102 degrees. Yeah, I guess we can get going. Let's do it. It says pre-soak for a minute at developer temperature. Developer for 3.5 minutes, Blix for 8 minutes, wash for 3 minutes, stabilizer for a minute, dry. Sounds good. I'll probably forget it, so I'm gonna keep the card here. I have a gallon of 102 degree temperature water to do my rinse, and then to clean out the funnel when I pour the chemicals back in, because you don't want to mix the chemicals. So, take my phone out to use as a timer. Alright, so first things first, we are going to pre-soak for a minute. So I'm going to pour this in. Now it says you don't have to agitate, but I always swirled with my black and white film, so I'm just going to swirl here. 30 seconds in. Also, I'm in my boiler room in the basement, so it doesn't look the nicest, but it was just where I can get a sink and I don't really care about if anything spills, so that's why we're in here. So a minute's up, so we're gonna pour this out. So next up is developer for 3.5 minutes. I labeled my bottle, so I have it here. So I'm gonna start pouring in. And I don't really start it until I'm done pouring, so that's just me. And you want to invert 4 times every 30 seconds, but I just started mine, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to continuously invert, and then I used to tap it at the thing, but I guess you don't have to tap it. And then after every 30 seconds, you're going to do 4 times for 3.5 minutes. So 3.5 minutes is up. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to pour it back in. And then until you start using this Blix, it'll keep on developing, so you don't want to waste too much time between hand. So you're going to fill this up. I'm going to leave this out again. And then I'm going to close up my tank. You want to continuously agitate for 10 seconds. And then every 30 seconds after that, just like the developer. So now what I'm going to do, meanwhile, I'm going to put this cap back on, and I'm going to put it back. Actually, I don't even have to, I can just put it right here. Just send the water through in this little extra bucket I have. And put it in the Blix. I'm also going to take my stabilizer out because I just read that it could be at room temperature. So I'm just going to cut this video because I doubt you guys want to see me standing here for 8 minutes straight just agitating this, or inverting it. So yeah, I'll see you when this is over. Alright, so 8 minutes is up. So we're going to open this up and we're going to pour the Blix back in here. Then it wants you to use the same temperature water and refill the tank 7 times or run it under running water. I forget what number I'm at. I'll just do one more. Step 5, we need stabilizer. So this could be room temperature. It was heated up a little bit because I did that by accident. Like I said, it's my first time doing this. You're with me. We're learning together. So, a minute to a minute. Agitate for the first 15 seconds. This is just the photo flow, which basically stops your stuff from streaking. But I don't know, I could be wrong. I didn't look into it. So, technically, in theory, I should be able to open this. Oh yeah, it is like photo flow. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but it's... I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna pour this back in. So now I should be able to open this. Hopefully we'll have some pictures, which we do. Like I said, it was giving me a lot of trouble before, so some of these frames are kind of poopy. But yeah, we got photos for sure. There they are. So basically what you want to do now is you want to take your 2 fingers and just squeegee down the film. You can buy squeegees, but they're kind of pointless. And then flip it the other way and do the same thing. Alright, so you have your film squeegeed off. You're going to add these clips, the non-weighted one to the top. Then you're going to hang it up somewhere to dry with the weighted one clipped onto the bottom. Then you got to find somewhere to clip it. Well, there you have it. We just finished developing. We started from getting the roll onto the spool, which was a hassle for some reason with this roll, but medium format's way easier to get on here, so I mostly shoot that anyway, so it's not a big deal. And then we developed it, and we got photos. I won't be posting the photos of these or including them in the video because it was a test roll, and I don't really care about it, but I will be making a video on how I scan using my USR and then converting the negatives to positive in Negative Lab Pro. That's basically it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. I'm sure the more I'll do this, I'll figure out better ways. So, bang bang.